Hello, I'm Lara Kochersan and this is Newsfeed, your dose of what people are talking about online. There is increased anger and political pressure against Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. This week, unprecedented protests erupted across Israel, followed by the largest labor strike since the start of Israel's assault on Gaza. On Monday, services at the main airport, municipal offices, hospitals, and banks were disrupted. The country's largest labor union called for the strike after 6 hostages' bodies were found in a tunnel in southern Gaza. Health officials believe they were shot dead 2 to 3 days before being discovered by Israeli forces. The news brought at least 500,000 protesters to the streets of Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. These strikes come after months of protests by the hostages' families, highlighting the deep rifts over Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's handling of ceasefire negotiations. Despite facing criticism for his inability to secure a ceasefire deal, Netanyahu remains defiant, stating that no one will preach to him. Meanwhile, US President Joe Biden has increased pressure, asserting that Netanyahu isn't doing enough.
Are you planning to present a final hostage deal to both sides this week?
We're very close to that.
What makes you think that this deal will be successful in a way that the other deals were not?
Hope springs eternal.
Mr. President, do you think it's time for Prime Minister Netanyahu to do more on this issue? Do you think he's doing enough?
No.
On social media, thousands of tributes continue to pour in for Medo Halimi. He was a content creator known for sharing videos about his life in Gaza. The 19-year-old died last week after being hit by shrapnel during an Israeli airstrike on Khan Yunis in southern Gaza. Halimi gained a following on social media after his family was forced to flee their home when Israel began its military operation. He was one of the few high-profile creators using social media to document daily life in a war zone, offering unique perspectives. His viewers praised him for finding moments of joy amid the chaos. Halimi's videos range from simple cooking recipes made with limited supplies to behind-the-scenes looks at how he created his content. He had over 266,000 followers on TikTok and 105,000 on Instagram.
If you wonder what a day in a tent life looks like, let me show you. I started my day with some coffee, and then I went to get some drinking water. Day 16 of planting every day until this inside is over. These are my lima beans, my metitas, my melons, the mejilla. They're all doing pretty good. How do we shower? A question that I get a lot. And today I'll be showing you the 2 ways that I use to shower. And of course, there's no shampoo or soap. They're really rare and expensive. Let's get it. First, I fill up a bucket of water, which is not easy to do, by the way. Check out my video on how we get water. Then I get a cup, jar, or whatever thing I can use to pour water with. And I pour it down myself. What do we eat? Today, I'll show you a recipe that I used to make in the past.
He posted his last video on August 26, just hours before his death, showing the tent he was living in and sharing what he had done that day.
Let me show you what a day of my tent life looks like. I started the day with a cup of coffee, and then I went to lay down because it was so hot. After a bit, I took my phone and laptop to charge him. This is what they look like. And when I got there, I ordered a lemonade. So refreshing. As I waited for them to charge, I started working on designs for my new secret project. I then got the phone and went to get a haircut. I need one. Tell me how it looks. Right now it's 6 p.m, so I'm almost done with everything in my day. I went to the tent cafe to get connected to the internet, and I edited the video. Then I went live on TikTok.
In war-ravaged East Ukraine, Ruslan Mokritsky is another creator who uses social media to document life in a war zone and to escape the harsh realities around him. Standing amid ruins, Mokritsky is a soldier and part-time celebrity chef. His social media profile captures his dual life perfectly, a cook from the hell of war. He has been on the front lines since Russian attacks on Ukraine began in 2022 and needed an outlet to escape the constant barrage of shells.
There are a lot of, let's say, scary things and stressful things and so on. So I needed to somehow recover mentally. And I was watching films, listening to music, reading books. At first I was taking walks. Then I don't know, I came to the point where it would be cool to make a simple video of a simple thing.
What started as a simple distraction quickly became a viral sensation. On his TikTok page, Mokritsky alternates between sharing cooking recipes and showing the raw realities of the battlefield. For him, these videos offer vital psychological relief and a way to stay connected to his civilian life. His videos are now garnering millions of views. And encouraged by this response, Ruslan involved his fellow soldiers who called their wives for recipe ideas, turning cooking into a communal activity. He now says these videos were not just for his own mental health, but also helped his comrades cope with the stress of war. You know, in the world of social media, viral trends can bring both inspiration and danger. Well, this one is definitely on the darker side of TikTok, as it rebrands a dangerous act of bank fraud as an exploitable Chase Bank glitch, falsely offering unlimited money for free.
Yeah, man, look at
Dang,
this,
what you
bro.
do, rob the bank, man?
Not exactly, man. So here's what I did. This is a glitch I found on the internet. All you gotta do is write a check with your name between $10,000 to $40,000, and then you take it out immediately. I'm gonna steal them.
No, that's wire fraud. That's illegal. You can get 20 years in prison for that, man.
What? It's a glitch, man.
No, it's not a glitch.
Bro, you scared,
write
man.
a check in your name and use your ID and debit card with your name on it, and then withdraw it from the bank.
Unfortunately, some people fail to recognize the inherent risk in this suspicious scheme, leading them to commit crimes and accumulate alarming levels of debt. The so-called Chase Bank glitch has gained widespread attention on TikTok over the past few days. Thankfully, most creators are warning against it rather than trying to exploit it. However, some individuals have shared photos and videos flaunting stacks of cash allegedly obtained through this bug, or expressing panic over their bank accounts now plunged deep into debt after the bank corrected the error. And since people are using their own bank accounts for this glitch, it should be remarkably easy for Chase Bank to identify and track down those involved. So this Chase Bank glitch is a stark reminder that if something seems too good to be true, it almost certainly is.
You know, I was just at Chase 2 days ago to deposit some money, you know, legally. And I was thinking, why is the line so long? These guys are here trying to steal money from the Chase with their faces on camera and everything.
Brazil's Supreme Court recently suspended the operations of X in the country, escalating a legal standoff with the platform. The court's decision came after X failed to appoint a local legal representative, which is a requirement for foreign companies operating in Brazil. This suspension is also tied to allegations that X facilitated the January 2023 pro-Bolsonaro uprising. The platform's closure of its local office in August further complicated the situation. In response, Brazil's telecom regulator Anatel has begun blocking access to X, and users attempting to bypass the block via VPNs may face daily fines of up to $9,000. Many users have already begun migrating to alternative platforms, such as Blue Sky. X's owner Elon Musk has criticized the court's decision, arguing that it threatens free speech and could set a dangerous precedent for governmental overreach in digital spaces. Reactions among youth in the country to the ban have been mixed.
People my age aren't really in the habit of watching TV news or reading the news, and X was a way, at least for me, to get news from around the world. So I've lost touch a little with what's happening around the world and a way of entertaining myself. There was a lot of entertainment there too. Whether I want to or not, this is becoming a new reality for me now.
We have discussed deepfakes before, focusing mostly on their impact on politicians, celebrities, and elections. But in South Korea, the issue is hitting closer to home, affecting ordinary citizens, particularly young people. University students are being targeted by online predators who use deepfake technology to attach explicit content to their real faces. The situation is so severe that police are now investigating these disturbing rings at 2 major universities. Dozens of chat groups on Telegram are reportedly sharing photos of women they know and using AI to create non-consensual deepfakes almost instantly. South Korean authorities are now considering taking action against Telegram, similar to the legal action France has taken against the app's founder.
So why do these bullies exist in Korea? First of all, Korea is very monoculture. There's barely any diversity, so it's very common for foreigners to get bullied just because they look different and they have different color skin. Secondly, the beauty standard in Korea. Korea has very strict beauty standard, and if you don't fit into that category, then most likely you are going to get bullied. For example, if you're chubbier than the people in Korea who are very, very underweight to begin with, then they're going to bully you for your weight. Korea is definitely working on this and trying to raise awareness, such as like creating these K-dramas. Definitely really unfortunate to see what's happening to these innocent people. That's going to traumatize for the rest of their life, but we will just have to see what's going to happen in the future.
More and more artists are speaking out against Republican nominee Donald Trump. They're demanding he stop using their music at his campaign rallies. A federal judge has now ordered Trump to stop playing music by the late soul legend Isaac Hayes. Hayes' family has asked Trump to cease using his hit song, "Hold On, I'm Coming," without authorization. They're also seeking $3 million in damages, removal of any videos or campaign media featuring the song, and a public statement clarifying that they did not give permission for its use. Over the years, several other artists have protested their music being played at Trump events, including the late American singer-guitarist Tom Petty, the Swedish pop group ABBA, rock band R.E.M., and British singer-songwriter Adele.
Over the last couple of years, he's continued to use the song. Periodically, when I hear it, I continue to speak about it. And so I think to get him to stop, you have to take, legal action. It's not about the Democrats or the Republicans, it's about the individual.
On Saturday, Adele just did the opposite of quiet quitting. The pop star has announced a significant shift in her career plans, deciding to take a lengthy break from music after completing her Las Vegas residency this autumn.
10 shows to do. But after that, I will not see you for an incredibly long time, and I will hold you dear in my heart for that whole next of my break, and I will fantasize about these shows and any shows that I've done over the last 3 years, and I really, really hold them in the bottom of my heart forever. It has been amazing. I just need a rest, and I have spent the last 7 years building a new life for myself, and I want to live it now. I want to live my new life that I've been building, and I will miss you terribly.
Adele's break is not entirely surprising, given her history of taking breaks between albums, often using these periods to recharge and draw inspiration from her personal life. Here's Dominic with the details.
Her second album, 21, became one of the best-selling records of all time. 1 year later, after becoming a mother in 2012, Adele decided to concentrate on looking after her baby. She released her third album, 25, and then took another step back from her career as her marriage was falling apart. Her latest album, 30, reflects the heartbreak and healing from that period. Adele often takes breaks between albums to reconnect with herself. She believes fame is not the ultimate goal.
I'm not tempted in the slightest by anything that being famous has to offer. It's really lovely and it's a great luxury to dip in and out of it and to experience it, and I'm forever grateful of that, but it ain't real. So I don't feel like you can get attached to something that's not real, so I'd rather live a real life and be a real person.
Yes, I will be disappearing in terms of my music, but you might see a glimpse of me every now and then. I won't be in complete hiding, but...
Do you disappear to, recharge?
Yeah, and it takes me a while.
Yeah.
It really takes me a while. It takes me about 3 years, and then I've got to, rev myself up to go into the studio, and then it takes me a good year and a bit to finish an album.
Our last story is all about the power of determination and consistency. Introducing 7-year-old Persian cat, Louis. He's made history by conquering the 3 peaks in the UK.
Well done, Louis.
Louis is the first cat to climb the highest mountains in England, Scotland and Wales, all without being carried. He climbed Ben Nevis in Scotland over the August bank holiday and Snowdon in North Wales in May. Saturday was when he cemented his place in history when he reached the summit of Scafell Pike in England. Louis has scaled more than 3 kilometers in elevation and spent 29 hours walking up mountains. What an achievement! And that's our show. Find our latest stuff on YouTube and do subscribe to our channel. See you soon.